Good morning, drivers.
Good morning.
Good morning, drivers.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Fine.
Good. Today we are at Citizen for the breakfast show. And I would like to introduce, my name is Charles Hinga. And who's that?
My name is Dennis Yaya. My name is Michuki Kangeda Hinga. My name is Manuel Inonda. My name is Wangombe Ihora Hinga. My name is Matanya Imbai. My name is Mercy Imbai.
Good. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Are you?
Yes.
Good. Now, rules for the day. No bumping.
Yes.
No what?
Bumping.
No overtaking.
No speeding.
No speeding. Are we good? So I'm sure you guys will enjoy yourselves. And then the route, you'll drive from there, go round, up to there, then go back, round, and all the way up to here again, okay?
Yes.
Then take your positions.
So there you have it from there, the GP Karting live outside Citizen TV studios. That's what is happening. These kids are having a ball. I can't fit in all of these things. We've actually made a little track. Yeah. I hope I'm not shouting too much. It's just that it's a bit loud out here. But nevertheless, they're having a good time. Yeah. We're joined by Mr. Charles Hinga and Michuki Hinga as well. Michuki has had a bit of an unfortunate incident. His kart has not started. But today he's the lucky guy who will be here with us. I want you to start by telling us a bit about the equipment that he's wearing, just for us to understand. Of course, the cost as well. It's important that we go through that.
This racing suit, it's a fireproof racing suit. So in case of a fire, this thing will not catch fire. Very, very special material. Those are racing shoes. They're also fireproof. The cost of the racing shoes is around 8,000. The cost, 8,000 shillings. The cost of the suit is around 15 up to 20,000. There are some more expensive ones which could go up to around 30,000. Then he's supposed to have a neck brace. Neck brace goes for around 5,000. Then he also has a helmet. The helmet goes for around 25,000-30,000. Then you also wear a rib protector. The rib protector is around 10,000. And then gloves, a pair of gloves, another 8,000 or so.
Total. Are we at 100? Did we get to 100,000 yet? Almost there. Just put your leg up. I want to see that shoe a bit better. I don't know what's more comfortable for you. I want the view at home to get a better view of the shoe. Ah, I see.
That way then your foot will not get stuck on the accelerator or the brake pedal. Then it's hard to tighten. And very tight. It also can't get out. Hard to get out.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. So as expensive as this venture is, and the cart added this, let's say he's wearing like 100,000 plus the cart. How many cc's are these? How many cc's are there? We have two levels at the moment. There is the 50cc group. The 50cc is the cost is 210,000. Okay. And that's for ages between 4 and 9. Then you have the 60cc for 9 years onwards up to 12. That one goes for 310,000 for a new one. Okay. It looks like a lot of fun, but there's a very serious league or a championship behind this. This is not fun and games. These are kids who actually race competitively. Yes. There's a championship. They are winners. Talk to us a bit about that league. We know about the Safari Rally. Yes. We know about the different legs, but talk to us about this one. This is where kids, if you want to be a good rally driver, this is where you need to start. So what happens with this? From the age of 4 years old, you get the experience, the exposure of more or less like a Formula 1 car. So the guys get the feel, the steering, the braking, then they get the confidence, and that's what has happened now to these guys. Yeah. Good example, the second person, cut number 16, that's Minuel Inonda. Minuel Inonda is the current championship leader in the 50cc class. Well done to him. The guy has tried and he's become very sharp, very spontaneous in his actions and so on. And so, I mean, my concern, and I was sharing it with you earlier, and when you're talking about how these cars compared to a rally car, like these cars can do turns at greater speed. So what happens when now they graduate to, when they get to 18, would it be a little bit difficult to adapt to the gari za kawaida? The beauty of this is that the kid has actually gotten the discipline of driving. He's learned when to brake, if it requires less braking and so on. So he's learned all that. He's also learned how to react very, very fast. Because if an accident happens just in front of you, then you also have to make sure that you react very fast, avoid the accident, steer back, stay on the road, and so on. So these cars are quite quick. For a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old driving at a speed of 30 or all the way up to 50 kph, that's quite high. And they have to take corners. The other thing is that the brakes are only at the back. So the moment you brake, it has a tendency of drifting. So they do a lot of drifting. And I'm sure, Michuki, do you enjoy drifting? Yes. You enjoy drifting? Yes, exactly. I do. Good. I have some questions for Michuki, but one for you. It looks like child's play, but there are a lot of stars locally and internationally who actually started here. Yep. Who are some of the big names? And we could start here and, of course, also look at abroad as well. Let me start with local. Local, we do Tejas Hirani. Tejas Hirani Tejas Hirani. He's right now doing RX lights. Over the weekend, he was in Italy. That's a perfect example. There is Jeremy. Jeremy, you know Jeremy? Jeremy, what is his other name? Jeremy Wahome is also another star. He had a podium finish a month ago in the Asia Pacific. Who won the last Formula 1? Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton also started with GP karting. Sorry, with karting. Yes. So this is basically where drivers actually start. Good. Michuki, come closer. Let's have a bit of a chit chat. When did you first get involved in this sport? Like, what was your first experience like?
My first experience, it was very fun, and since I got a go-kart, I could drive on tracks, any track, at any time. Even if you're still a good person in karting, you still have to wear protections.
That's very good. When you first saw GP karting, your first time ever, how did you feel? Were you happy? Is it something you wanted to try, or maybe were you a bit afraid of them?
It was something I wanted to try.
How good do you think you are when you're GP karting?
Very, very good.
In the future, is this something you'd like to take competitively when you look at the people who are doing this now in the rally and so forth? Is that something you'd like to do one day?
Yes.
Yes. He's actually doing it right now. Good. He's surprising me with his one-line answers, but nevertheless, I know he's getting the point across. Let's talk about, have you ever had any accidents? Have you ever had any incident on the track?
I have only a few.
Which was the one where you were, quite afraid? What happened?
First, I was driving on water. I took a sharp corner. I turned full. Then I hit the other side of the track, and then part of my cut broke.
Wow. Did you feel afraid?
Yeah, but still, I didn't stop cutting after.
I like that. Well, I can see that Willis Raburu is with some of the other young drivers as well. He's getting them lined up. Let me hand over to Willis now to continue on that other end. I wonder if Willis can fit in one of those carts. That might be an interesting experiment. Raburu, over to you.
Yes, so, okay, oh, sorry, somebody's helmet has gone. I don't think you'll be able to wear this now because it's a little bit wet. But there you go. So here we are with the kids. One of them has just left. I don't know where they went. But do you remember what you practiced? When I said 1, 2, 3, you know what to say? Okay? 1, 2, 3.
Power breakfast.
Louder. 1, 2, 3.
Power breakfast.
All right. So I'm going to start here and get to know each one of these drivers. On number 20, tell us your name.
Matania. My name is Matania Mbai.
And how long have you been doing this? And what do you like about this?
It's just fun. Yeah.
Do you get scared sometimes?
Yeah, when I'm about to crash.
Have you ever crashed?
Yes.
And how was that like? Did you get, what made you come back again even after crashing?
I just started slowly, then I became a bit faster.
So you want to continue doing this for, and even the bigger cars?
Yeah.
So there you go. All right, let's talk to Mr. Champ here. We were told meanwhile here is the champ. So first of all, how does it feel to be champ?
Good.
And so how long have you been doing this? And when you were champ, what do people say now?
That I've tried. Yeah.
You want to continue doing this?
I think 1 year or 2. I don't know. 1.
And have you ever had a major crash, or you're a total pro?
I've ever had a crash. Yeah.
How many?
I don't know yet.
You've lost count.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So there is one empty one here. I think they were leaving this one for me, but I forgive them. Oh, there he is. All right. Come on. I guess you'll stand. All right, well, go ahead and have a seat then. All right, so tell us your name and how long you've been doing this.
My name is Dennis Shaya, and I've been cutting for 4 years.
When did you start?
I started when I was 5 years old.
So now you're about 9, right?
Yes.
And through why do you love cutting?
I love cutting because it's fun. It's fun and it's cool. And it's cool.
Do you get scared at all? Or have you so now you don't get scared?
Yeah.
All right, good. So there you have it. He says he doesn't get scared anymore. All right, you, Mr. Energy, as well. What is your name?
Miles Mbai. I'm 9 years old. I go to Makini School and I'm class 4.
You're what, sorry?
My name is Miles Mbai. I'm 9 years old. I go to Makini School and I'm in class 4.
All right. So, and how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this since when I was 4 years old. I mean, not 4, 5 years old.
All right. And do you want to continue doing it? What do your parents say when they see you doing this?
Huh?
What do your parents say when they see you doing this?
I have to improve in the corners and I will take some people.
So they are totally happy with it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. And the last one over here on number 61. I'm going to tell us your name.
Huh?
What is your name?
Wangomba Ihora Hinga.
And so, Mr. Hinga, how long have you been doing this?
For about 2 years.
Do you think it's fun? Do you like it?
Yes.
and you want to continue doing it, and what if there are other children who want to come and do this? What would you tell them?
I would tell them that first you need to have the protections, and also if you don't have the protections, you might get a bad crash and then you might end up dying.
Wow. All right. When we don't want that. All right. So there you go. Have it. Those are some of the drivers that we have here enjoying their GP karting. I want to go cross over back to Wahiga Maura, who I see is with the...
Thank you, Willis. We've spoken to the drivers, but we need to understand a bit more about their car. And so I've got a gentleman here who actually services these, and of course services cars as well, and he'll introduce himself and tell us a bit about the mechanics that goes into this car. Maybe you can start by introducing yourself.
My name is John Yaya, and I'm the service manager for the cars.
Briefly, in as simple words as possible, for a person like me who might not understand the complexities, how does this cart work? Let's talk about every part.
Okay, it's a single engine, rotated. It's run by chains.
I request feel free to point.
It's just a like this is a 60cc. It's for the age of between 9 going forward to 13.
Okay.
Yeah, and then now let me come the other side.
Feel free, come.
Now that's the engine. It's a Koma engine, basically used for racing in Kenya. That's what's recommended. So now what happens? It's a 4-stroke engine. So what happens when you start the engine? There's a chain down here that turns the wheels behind that is fixed on a shaft. So when as you accelerate, the faster the wheel goes.
Okay.
If you accelerate, it goes slower. So what happens? There's acceleration on the right side.
This is what you press to accelerate?
Press to accelerate, and that's what you press to brake. So according to the experience of the driver now, that determines how fast he can go.
My basic motoring knowledge, rear wheel drive.
Rear wheel drive, yeah. It's a rear wheel drive.
That means there's a lot of skidding that happens with this.
Not really, but if your driver is experienced, he knows how to get his way about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And the braking is from the back as well?
From the back as well.
Wow, that can...
The steering that is in front.
Let's talk about the steering, the design, and of course I can see there's a screen here as well.
Yeah, this is just to help the driver. If you want to know the revs you're going, and the laps you've done, and the temperature of the engine, if it's correct, that guides you as a mechanic to know whether your engine is correct or wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's tuned properly.
Good. Talk to me about the tires. These... Can I get these fixed at my local petrol station? If I get a puncture, do they get punctures?
Yeah, they do get punctures, but it's rare. If you start getting punctures, it shows you that the tire is worn. Okay. You might need to replace them.
And where do you buy tires like this? I've never seen them in a shop.
Available. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we have a friend who's actually supporting the kids. It's called Mebub. Okay. Yeah, Mebub is the one who actually supplies us with spares. Yeah.
Okay. Last thing I've seen. This must be the petrol.
That's a petrol tank. Yeah.
And how do you feel it? Where do you...
There's an inlet on the left side of the driver. You just open it up, put your fuel, and then shut it back.
Finally, because I've seen the petrol tank is quite close to the driver, safety around this car. What are some of the precautions that have gone into place to ensure that young Mishuki is safe?
Yeah. Now, when the driver is seated there with his safety suit.
In fact, let him sit. Show us how you get on the cart. I know there's a way you should do it. You don't.
Yes. So that's how you come in. The left leg, then come, squat, and then stretch. Yeah, that's simple as that. Okay. Yeah.
Tell us about safety with Mishuki there.
Safety. The tank is actually it's a sanction. The carburetor sucks the fuel to the carburetor. So here there's no danger, even if it's a tight fit. Okay. Yeah. And the suit is actually fireproof. Yeah, so that also assures the driver. And he also has a helmet, he has gloves, all those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, when you have accident, the protective material around the car keeps the driver safe in case he bashes into anything.
Now, these are just to protect in case of bumping or getting off the road. And normally the track that we use for racing is actually open, and you find grass on the sides. Yeah, so even if you skid, you'll just go to the grass and then find your way back and back again.
No need for seat belts?
No. They are bucket seats. And so generally they just hold you as you sit there.
Well enough.
Yeah, they just hold you, the ribs, everything, and you have a rib, what do you call it?
I see, okay.
So this is good enough.
Yeah, this is what holds you.
Good.
In case of an accident, even if you roll, you have the helmet, and there's a way we taught them. If you roll, you just let go. The cat will go, and you roll on the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
My director, my director has asked you a question, and I want to say that it's not me asking.
Yes, it is
just in case you question the sense of that question. The question is, can I drive this to town?
No, not allowed. Not allowed. Not allowed. Unless you seek special permission, then they close the roads for you. Then now you can drive alone in town.
And I also have a question about like I've talked to most of them and they say they've crashed. What kind of, when they say crash, what are we talking about? Is it flipping? Is it just hitting another car?
Mainly it's hitting another car.
Okay.
And the flipping is once or twice, once in a while, not all the time. Yeah, because flipping is actually when you miscalculate, the driver in front stops all of a sudden, you bump behind and then they fly over. Yeah, those ones. But it's very rare. Very rare.
Good. Someone keeps asking, my director is also asking about the cost, which we did speak about earlier. 210,000?
50cc. And 310.
And 310,000 as well.
For the 60cc.
So how do you tell the difference between the 50cc and the 60? Or basically I think they look the same.
Yeah.
It's just...
The size is different also. The 60cc is bigger. Look at it, it's bigger. The engine has got a bigger capacity.
Okay.
Yeah.
One last thing, Mr. Hinga, if you can just come in for that. I'm told that if you put your hand on the engine when it is hot, you could have a very unfortunate incident. Bwana Hinga, you had an experience?
Yeah, last weekend we had a small crash with one of the boys, and when I went to help him, I ended up holding the exhaust with my hand, and you can be sure. And I burnt a bit of the hand. So it's actually all sports. Anything motorsports is dangerous, just like rallying. This one, there are some danger parts, but we've taken all precautions to make sure that we are safe.
Wow.
Awesome. Okay.
Good. Last question. Even as you look at this, I know there's a big rallying event coming up soon, the Guru Nanak Rally. Maybe you can briefly talk to us about that. I know some people at home are like, okay, fine, I can't be a part of this right now, but what's happening in motorsport next, and I know Guru Nanak is a big deal. It's the final leg of the KNRC. Just talk to us about that.
Guru Nanak is on Friday and Saturday. Friday we have scrutineering. Scrutineering is checking of the vehicles. Then on Saturday we have the main action, which will be around the Greater Machakos area and so on. It will be fun, and I'm sure make sure that you come over with your families and so on.
We're expecting some very big foreign drivers. Talk to us about who's in from, of course, internationally, also locally. Who are some of the big boys that we can expect?
We'll have the likes of Baldev Chaga, we'll have the likes of Quentin Micho, we'll have Carl Tundo, we'll have Ian Duncan, we'll have Dennis Mwenda, lots and lots of drivers, Saminyori and so on, two-wheel drive, Group S. Ladies are also there, represented. There is Tuta Mionki and so on, and we also have international drivers, Tapio. The rest, let's leave it for tomorrow. I'm sure I don't let the cat out of the bag, but we should have quite some good activity.
I know, finally, I know Raburu is already planning his weekend. Where should he go on Friday or Saturday to catch the action?
Friday, scrutineering, I think, should be around, okay, I'm not very sure, but it will be one of the Shell stations around Machakos area.
Machakos.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get more details tomorrow.
Yes.
But action will be along the Greater Machakos. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Konza, Machakos, People's Park.
Not quite. It should be around Konza area and so on.
Good. There's your weekend plan made.
Yeah,
so
man.
they want to kick off.
Yes.
This is a practice lap like we see in the Formula 1. So go ahead and give them further instructions. Unless Raburu had any social media feedback or questions.
Maybe let me check some feedback on social media. Remember, we always ask we ask you to talk to us on hashtag for breakfast. I am being threatened. Let the record reflect that I'm being threatened by one Robert Karanja, but I will not be intimidated. So okay, the hashtag to use is for breakfast, and I'm just going to check what they're saying. To patie bundles zangu time ya kuload.
I'll go make a bundles.
Yeah, okay, so as they're loading, we say, just also take a chance to say thank you guys so much for talking to us and for everybody who made this possible, of course. And we'll be heading over to the band a little bit later on. Bundles in Makata.
Tumekata to load, but yeah.
So that's
Munisame leo, but we've seen some of them. The ones that I can see one Misieri Mary talking about how she's enjoying.
I don't know if they can hear you.
I don't know if they can hear me anymore.
I think we just say goodbye. See you at 1 o'clock on Monday Football. And we'll wind up on behalf of the team.
Yes, and on behalf of the team, of course, the Zilobale, Kirigongaro, aka Miss Fine, thank you. We say thank you so much for watching for our breakfast. Have a wonderful day. Remember, successful people look like you and Manchester United.
Yes.